Hello, dear readers. Welcome to Novel Spotlight. This is an audiobook of the novel The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Part 30. Chapter 40. A silver tray of honey cakes. It was wild to think of this life coexisting with her others in the multiverse, just like another note in the chord. Nora found it almost impossible to believe that while in one life she was struggling to pay rent, in another she was causing such excitement among people all over the world. The handful of fans who had filmed the tour bus arrive at the hotel were now waiting for autographs. They didn't seem too much bothered about the other band members, but they did seem desperate to interact with Nora. She looked at one as she crunched over the gravel towards them. The girl had tattoos and was wearing an outfit that made her look like a flapper girl who was somehow got caught up in a cyberpunk version of a post-apocalyptic war. Her hair was styled exactly like Nora's, complete with matching white stripe. Nora! Nora! Hi! We love you, Queen! Thank you for coming to Brazil. You rock! And then a chant started. Nora! 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 While she was signing autographs in an illegible scribble, a man in his early 20s took off his shirt and asked her to sign his shoulder. It's for a tattoo, he said. Really? She asked, writing her name onto the man's body. This is the highlight of my life, he gushed. My name is Francisco. Nora wondered how her writing on his skin with a sharpie could be highlighted of this existence. You saved my life. Beautiful sky saved my life. That song, it's so powerful. Oh wow, beautiful sky. You know, beautiful sky. The fan burst into hysterics. You're so funny. This is why you're an idol. I love you so much. Do I know? Beautiful sky? That's brilliant. Nora didn't know what to say. That little song she had written when she was 19 years old at the university in Bristol had changed the life of a person in Brazil. It was overwhelming. This clearly was the life she was destined for. She doubted that she would ever have to go back to the library. She could cope with being adored. It was better than being in Bedford, sitting on the number 77 bus, humming sad tunes through the window. She posed for selfies. One young woman looked close to tears. She had a large photo of Nora kissing Ryan Bailey. It was so sad when you broke up with him. I know, yeah, it was sad. But you know, things happen. It's a learning curve. Joanna appeared at her arm and gently guided her away towards the hotel. When she reached the elegant, jasmine-scented lobby, marble, chandeliers, floral display, she saw that the rest of the band was already in the bar. But where was her brother? Maybe he'd been smooshing the press somewhere else. As she started to move towards the bus, she realized that everyone, concierge, receptionist, guest, was looking at her. Nora was finally about to seize the opportunity to ask about her brother's whereabouts when Joanna beckoned over a man who was wearing a t-shirt with the Lebanon printed on it and a retro sci-fi movie font. He was probably in his 40s with a graying beard and thinning hair, but he seems intimidated by Nora's presence. He did a tiny bow when he shook Nora's hand. I'm Marcelo, he said. Thanks for agreeing to the interview. Nora noticed another man behind Marcelo, younger with piercing, tattoos and a big smile, holding recording equipment. We have reserved a quiet space in the bar, Joanna said, but there's people. I think we had better to do this in Nora's suite. Great, said Marcelo. Great. As they walked over the lift, Nora glanced back at the bar and saw the other band members. You know, maybe you would like to speak to the others too, she said to Marcelo. They remember things I don't. A lot of things. Marcelo smiled and shook his head and delicately said, It works better this way, I feel. Oh, okay, she said. Every eye was on them as they waited for the lift to arrive. Joanna leaned into Nora. Are you okay? Of course, yeah, why? I don't know. It's just, you seems different tonight. Different? How? Just different. As they got into the lift, Joanna asked another woman, one Nora recognized from the coach, to bring some drinks from the bar, 2 beers for the podcaster, a sparkling mineral water for Nora, and a caponera for herself, and bring them up to the suite, Maya. Maybe I am teetotal in this life, thought Nora, as she walked out of the lift and along the plush salmon pink carpet of her suite. The gigantic room leading to another gigantic room leading to the gigantic bathroom. There was a vast bouquet of flowers for her with a note signed by the hotel manager. Whoa, she resisted saying as she glared around at the lavish furnishing. The sweeping floor to ceiling curtains, the pristine white bed the size of an ark, the TV the size of a small cinema, the champagne on ice, the silver tray full of Brazilian honey cakes, as the card informed them. Don't suppose you will be having any of these, said Joanna, taking one of the little delicacies from the tray. Now you're on the new plan. Harley said I had to keep an eye on you. Nora watched Joanna bite into one of the cake and wondered how good any plan could be if it didn't involve eating something so clearly delicious as a Brazilian honey cake. She had no idea who Harley was, but she knew she didn't like them. Also, just so you know, the fires are still going on in LA and they are evacuating half of the Calabas now, but hopefully it won't get as high as your place. Nora didn't know whether to be pleased at the idea of having a house in LA or wondered that it was about to go on fire. The two Brazilian podcast guys took a few moments to set up their equipment. Nora sunk herself into the vast sofa in the living area as Joanna, attending to a few raw crumbs around her mouth with the heavily manicured fingers, explained that their music podcast, Awesome, was the most popular in Brazil. Great demographics, Joanna enthused. And the numbers are stratospheric. It's totally worth doing. And she stayed there watching like a hawk mother as the podcast began. For the next part, stay tuned to Novel Spotlight. And please like, share and subscribe.